Welcome to an experience similar to ones that you've had before. Yes, another podcast featuring a couple of guys who think that they're funny. Two men, one microphone. This is Spoiled Rotten.
Are we starting?
Are we? Oh, we're on.
Oh.
We're on, man.
Oh,
We're on. We need. To,
oh man.
Woo. Wow. Let's get back. Yeah. Welcome,
Yep.
guys. Hey, how you guys doing?
Hi everybody. So sorry
Hello,
about that,
everyone.
man. We were
Oh
just
man, that was so
casually not on camera.
right. Who knew that was gonna happen?
Not us.
So weird.
What's going on,
Alright.
Mr. Travis? How you doing, man?
Oh, I'm doing great, Zane. Doing great. Living
Good.
the dream. How about you?
I also am doing pretty great.
Yeah.
Doing pretty great, yeah.
Good.
I also have no details about how I'm doing though. Just great.
No,
just great. Nothing
Good.
nothing else to
Grand.
perpetuate a conversation or a podcast even.
Right.
I'm gonna say
that's
great.
fine.
Because that's the way
That's
I
fine.
am. You know,
Right.
I'm like that.
Exactly.
But, how was your week, my man? What did you do this
what
week?
did I
Very
do
specific
this week?
questions about your week. Oh, look at that. We got little name tags up there.
Little name tags up there, up at the top. We are the PIM particles.
We are. That's
We
our
are.
new
What did I
band
do this week? I don't know what did I? I did a lot of work.
name. Yeah.
A lot of work. Watched football.
Football.
Yeah. Your
I heard
Chiefs
the
2-0.
I didn't get a watch this week, man. I was so sad.
Oh man, did I spoil it for you? Did you like?
Well, I mean, I'm not. It's not like I'm
No?
going to go back in time and watch it, but
mean-
you know, it's good. Good. Winning is good. Winning is
Yeah.
good. Yeah.
Barely won though. Like those Chargers always play you guys tough.
Are they in Vegas now?
No, they're still in LA. The Raiders went to Vegas.
Raiders. That's who it is. I'm like somebody
Yeah.
went to Vegas. I
Mhm.
thought Chargers were moving.
They moved from San Diego to Los Angeles.
There we go. You know, move from the same
Yeah.
state to the same state. That's not confusing to anybody at all.
Literally, like just it would be like the Bengals moving to Dayton.
Just an hour away.
Right.
I guess that many miles in California, the drive time has got to be just ridiculous. That's all I hear about California is just their drives is ridiculous. Like you have 2 miles
It
and
is.
it takes 30 minutes.
Yeah.
But you know
Sounds
what?
about right.
We're not here to talk about California
Not yet.
or foosball.
Or
not yet, that's
foosball.
right. We're here to talk about some movies.
Movies.
Mr. Travis, we got
Yeah.
some movie news this week?
Do we have some movie news?
Do we have some
Do
movie
we
news?
have some movie news?
I just want to shout out
Yes,
for
we
the
do
record,
have some movie news.
to the one person that's always watching, Miss Michelle, down in the comments. Leave us a little thumbs up. Let's put it on the screen for her.
Thanks, Michelle, for
She's-
watching.
Always here.
You're our biggest fan.
She's our number one member of the community. I think we if we had like a page top fans thing, we could probably give her a little badge for it. I don't know how
We
to do it.
should. Let's figure that out.
We totes should. But movie news. What do we got
Movie
going on this week, man?
news. Well, first, just confirmed by Nintendo
By Nintendo.
that they're coming out in 2022.
Super Smash Brothers movie.
Super Mario Brothers movie.
Not
That I hope
not
that it's
one.
exactly like the original Mario Brothers movie,
Yeah, that's
which is that guy.
yeah, that's I
That
think
was a Goomba.
that was I say
in the
that's
original one.
Goomba.
Yeah,
Man, have you
With-
seen this movie?
Did-
This
I have.
movie-
I have. I was
It's-
a little kid when it came out, and I was a huge Mario Brothers fan at the time,
Yeah.
and I really wanted to watch it. And even as a kid, I think I was like 7 or 8 years old, and did not like the movie at all.
Yeah, it's the type of movie that if everybody didn't already know about it, we would totally cover on this show. It's beautifully bad, is what I'm trying to say.
Awesomely
It's
bad.
like,
I tried watching it again a few years ago.
Yeah,
No,
yeah,
I couldn't even get through it.
real not good. Well, that's exciting though. I'm gonna pull this stool over here real quick. Scoop, scoop, doop, 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 doop. That's
right.
exciting though. I'm excited to
Yeah.
hear that. You know, they're making their foray into
that thing off the
motion
screen. Ugh.
pictures. Let's
Yeah.
get a little closer here. Get a little intimate here.
Oh yeah.
Down. Here I am again on my own. Yeah, but that's exciting. Did they say it's just one movie, or is it going to be a trilogy of Mario films?
There was very little information on it.
We just know there's going to
from
be
what I read.
some Mario film coming.
Some Mario film. They're trying
right.
it again, and
Yeah,
I'm sure that they're going to learn from their mistakes and give us something,
you would like,
good. But probably
not a great. Well, at least when they make a game off of the movie, the game will be solid.
Right.
Because if there's one thing Nintendo's decent at, it's making video games.
That's right.
Michelle's here. Give her that little thumbs up there. Is there a badge on there? What is this? What's this button do? I'm liking your
own it.
Own it, she said. That's because she
own it.
Oh, you own the Mario movie.
Oh, she owns the Mario movie.
I thought she was saying she owns being a fan of this podcast.
She probably does both.
Oh,
she owns being a fan of the podcast and owns the Mario movie.
Yeah.
So great job on her. Good job by her. All right. So, are you ready for the birthday today?
Oh man, we're already on.
This is a special one.
All right, lay it on me.
It is.
Pull out my phone real quick. Oh.
Tom Felton.
Draco Malfoy
himself.
What's going on?
Turns 32 today.
32.
Yes.
32, I believe. In Espanol.
Sure.
I don't really know.
I'll give it to you. I don't know.
But y'all ready for the birthday shout out?
Yeah, let's say happy birthday to Tom.
All right, let's see if I can do this. Oh man, and we do upload these on at least Twitter. I do it on Twitter at least.
Right.
I think I go on Instagram sometimes, but it is what it is.
We should be consistent, but who cares?
Happy birthday, Mr. Tom Felton. We're here, Spoiled Rotten Podcast. Me and my buddy Travis right there. We do a podcast every week where we talk about bad movies, not your movies, but we're doing a midweek marathon where we talk about different marathon movies. And next on our series list, we're doing Marvel movies at the moment. I'm talking a lot. Sorry. I got to keep it short because I got to keep it under 30 seconds. Happy birthday. You do amazing work in movies and things and awesome stuff. And I don't have time to record a second one of these. So I hope that you don't get offended. I love you. Bye. Oh, man. That was bad. That was
too late. Too late. Okay. My bad.
That was bad.
Yeah, it's all right.
You can't hear you anyways.
You got starstruck and you got flustered.
Yeah, it is what it is.
Yeah. So,
it's my first time getting starstruck through my own phone.
It was cute. It was cute. So, question for you.
Yeah.
What did you watch?
What did I watch? Man, I can tell you who won a disc golf silver series tournament. If you're interested in that, man.
I'm so interested. You have no idea how interested I am.
Well, I don't want to spoil it for anybody because it just came out not too long ago. So I'm going to keep that little nugget of information myself. The main states tournament. But it was Garrett Gurthie. Just in case anybody was wondering. The
Tiger Woods of disc golf.
No. I mean, he's not bad. He's very good.
But he's not the Tiger Woods. He's more like a Rory McIlroy.
Yeah, he hits it. He throws it so far, man. He just throws it so far.
Okay.
But you know what? That's what I watched. I'm so sorry. I did I watched the full trailer for that Freaky movie though.
Yeah.
With Vince Vaughn. Yeah, I'm very excited. Like last week we did the 5-minute trailers and I only got to see a little bit of it. But
5-second trailer, but yeah.
5-minute trailers next time. We're just
let's just
5 minutes
up. Push it up. Crank it up.
Taking it to the limits.
That's right.
Yeah, but it looks very funny. I'm very excited to see that.
Good.
How about yourself? What did you watch?
Man, I watched again. For some reason, this is one of my favorite movies recently. Blockers. Did you ever watch that?
Mm-mm.
It's with John Cena, Leslie Mann, and I always forget his name.
This with the parents?
Yeah, the parents.
I have seen
trying to chase their daughters around to keep them from having sex on prom night. It's a fun movie. It's fun.
Yeah.
It's very forward thinking, and I think all the actors, like all the young actresses, I think that John Cena is a comedic wonder in this movie. I think that he does a really good job at that in comedy. I do. I think he's awesome.
Hot take. I'm not the biggest John Cena fan.
I'm not a big John Cena fan like in wrestling, but like when he gets in front of the camera and when he's doing some comedy, I think he's awesome.
I have to agree to disagree on that.
That's fine.
I feel like he gives me the same exact vibe that Mark Wahlberg gives me, which is like I'm trying too hard to be funny, but I'm like just not. I don't know. Like, you've seen Ted? I'm assuming.
Yeah, I've seen Ted. Of course, I've seen Ted.
Bad. It's bad. He doesn't do well in Ted. And then like John Cena gives me like a Mark Wahlberg and Ted vibe. I don't know. You really like the other guys though, and I'm not a big.
I love the other guys.
I know you do. It's
the other guys is awesome.
It's fine. It's a fine movie.
So let's. I know we're cutting this early part short, but we have a lot of movie to get into. So
yeah,
let's jump right into. Power
rankings.
Power rankings. We're jumping right into power rankings.
Looks like we got 5 people watching right now. If you're watching right now,
hey guys,
Facebook or YouTube, leave us a comment. Let us know you're there.
Thanks for watching us.
All right, power rankings, man.
Yeah, let's get into it.
Second to the last movie in our series here.
And you know what? Usually, I've had to put our power rankings like over the entire screen.
Yeah.
But guess what? Now all you have to do,
what's up,
is look over to your right.
My right.
Look at that.
Oh, I
there it is.
It. I'm looking.
There it is. Oh, what? Right there. Right
there.
Right there.
look
So
at that.
I put this at number 5.
Number 5.
I thought number 5 was a very. I think it's a very right.
Huh. So you enjoyed it slightly less than you enjoyed
Infinity War. Honestly, I think that I look at the Infinity War and Endgame as the same movie, and I can't put one very much farther away than the other. And the only reason Infinity War was first was because it came out first. So it's the beginning. Yeah. So honestly, that could be tied for 4th if you really wanted to be up there. Which means we only have one that we're not sure of, and
I wonder what number 10 is.
Wonder where that one went. So there's that.
That's a respectable placing.
Yeah. Rotten Tomatoes puts it up at number 3, right underneath Iron Man, Black Panther.
I know I say this every single week. I think if the people who rated Iron Man on Rotten Tomatoes watched it again now and did what we did, they would rate it much lower than 2. I think Endgame.
Maybe so.
I understand why Black Panther got as high of a rating as it did. I think Endgame would be number 1 or number 2 though. Like it's very good. Which brings me to my ratings.
Your rating,
which is number
4.
Number
Still
1,
under Captain America. I don't.
Thor Ragnarok. It's just so funny.
Yeah.
I like it more as like a comedy movie that I do as a superhero movie. And to clarify, you got them both as number 2. Doctor Strange and Captain America, I like equally. I just love Doctor Strange's character, man. I love him so much. I didn't think I was gonna like Captain America's goody two shoes attitude as much as I did. Like it
worked really well in that first movie.
It feels so genuine, like it's a genuine goody two shoes. It's not like I don't know. I've really enjoyed Captain America. I used to be a Spider-Man exclusively guy, but I think Captain America might be my favorite one in the MCU. Maybe tied with Spider-Man. I like Spider-Man. Yeah. And Doctor Strange. I don't know, he's pretty funny too. But yeah, number 4, man.
Yeah, not bad.
It's
well worth it. I think that like this is a well-deserved ranking for this movie. Especially with how bad it could have been. Like if they didn't do it right, this could have been a disaster. But they really nailed this one on the head. So we're gonna do something a little bit different.
Okay.
This time.
Yeah.
Instead of saying what we like, what we don't like, we're gonna
Mhm.
just run through this movie as fast as we can, and then talk about whether we like certain scenes or not.
Mhm.
So this movie starts out,
Yeah.
if I remember right, at Hawkeye's ranch.
Yeah, that was that was a cool way to start the movie, and
Right.
also a heartbreaking way to start the movie.
So heartbreaking.
So those who haven't watched, don't listen to this podcast because we're gonna spoil
Yeah,
it.
if you haven't watched
I
this,
guess that's the
please
name of
stop watching.
that's the name of the podcast. But I mean, we're about to ruin this movie.
Right.
Hawkeye starts out on his ranch, man, and it starts right at the end of Infinity War, just the way that the end of Ant-Man the Wasp did,
Mhm.
with like that moment of the snap where people are disappearing. Hawkeye,
And if you look closely, Hawkeye still has that anklet on his ankle,
really?
to make sure that he doesn't leave his property because he's still under house arrest. Which,
Oh,
if you didn't know that, now you know.
if you don't know, now you know. Anyways, but yeah, like the snap happens, and it's just like something I didn't like about it is that they got rid of all of his family.
Right.
That being said, for his storyline to continue, it kind of requires him to
Needed
not
it.
have any family at all. So
Right.
that makes sense. I
It
don't
was
know.
just heartbreaking. Like it shot you hard
Yeah,
right away.
it's the whole snap thing is weird to me because it's half of all living creatures,
Right.
which is your brain goes to statistics because it's like, no, like only half of these people would die, but it's like they're just part of the 50%. It doesn't mean 50% of your family or
Right.
someone specifically family, but man, broke our hearts right off the bat.
Mhm.
Hawkeye's family dies. And then we move right into what comes next.
Tony Stark in the
Oh man, that was a
in the ship.
heartbreaking scene too.
Well, I know. Saying
Oh,
goodbye to Pepper Potts, saying, "Hey, I was really hoping for another miracle.
yeah,
Doesn't look like it's gonna happen."
easily the saddest film.
Yeah, like
the
right off the bat.
entirety of this, man.
Right off the bat, it's like it's tearjerker
Yeah,
the entire time.
yeah. And he's
Um,
just trying to talk to Pepper and trying to send some transmissions to him in case he doesn't make
Right.
it. He's on a spaceship. It's about to run out of oxygen. I'm guessing Nebula doesn't need to breathe oxygen.
I think that her lungs were replaced by some mechanical thing
That's,
that
that's
Thanos
what I figured when I was
did over time. I think
Yeah.
she's more machine than human at this point, but
Yeah.
we see that that's not really the case later on. But anyway,
Then Captain Marvel shows up. She takes him back to the Earth.
right.
They start to. Also, did I miss when the scene they come back to Earth?
Uh-huh.
Did I have apparently missed something? Because like he took his like core off of his chest, and it looked like it was just chest there.
Yeah, he doesn't need the core since Iron Man 3. Iron Man 3 did a really bad job of explaining it.
Yeah, I was like, what just happened? Like he just took it off.
Right.
I did not remember that at any
Right. He has it on when he becomes Iron Man, but that's it. He doesn't actually need it anymore like he did in Iron Man 1 and 2.
Then why did he take it off and drop immediately?
Because he was
Just 'cause he was
malnourished.
sick. Okay, that's
Yeah.
fair. I mean, that's fine.
I think at that point that thing was that core was helping him a little bit, but as soon as he took it off, he was already a weak person at that point, at that time anyway. So
Okay.
so yeah, they bring him back. He runs into Pepper. He meets up with Captain America, Steve Rogers, for the first time since Civil War.
Mm-hmm.
They immediately start fighting.
Yeah.
Saying that Tony Stark saying that, hey, we could have stopped this.
Yeah.
But you had to be different. You had to say, I
Mm-hmm.
needed my independence. And then they find Thor. Or not
Mhm.
Thor. They find Thanos.
Thanos. Yeah. Yep.
They find Thanos on the planet.
Yeah.
They go over to find Thanos. Thanos destroyed all the Infinity Stones.
And can I
And-
just say, every time that we kill Thanos, I feel like it's so anticlimactic.
Yeah.
Like every single time. This is the
All the
second
two
time.
times.
This is the second time that we've attempted or have killed Thanos, and I just feel like, I don't know. Maybe I'm wishing for a monologue, more of a monologue. I don't know. I
I
just
think that's the
wasn't.
point. Like, as soon as he makes that snap,
Mhm.
his job is done, at
Yeah.
least in Thanos' eyes. So he thinks that, hey, I make the snap, I'm done. No need to worry about it.
Mhm.
And so Thor then took his axe and aimed for the head this time
Mhm.
and decapitated
right off.
Thanos, chopped it right off. And then we flash forward 5 years.
Yeah. And this is one of the points in the movie that I'm like, I don't want to downplay the effect that losing half of the planet has on humanity.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like 5 years is a significant chunk of time to where some people you would think would have gotten back to normal, at least in some capacity. Like, I feel like, I don't know.
Some did, I think. I think Tony Stark did.
Well, okay. I mean, I'm talking about humanity in general.
As a
Like,
whole. Yeah.
It feels like I said, I'm not trying to downplay losing someone or losing multiple people,
Right.
but I feel like the Earth seems like everything has just completely come to a halt. Like, and I feel like if we lost half of all people, there'd be like a good chunk of time where that would be the case. But I think like you have to go on.
All right.
You have to continue. Like, it seems like these cities are abandoned, and I'm like, there's
Right.
still people living there. I don't know. I thought it
But
was kind of weird
half of them.
Yeah, I guess.
I think that they were going for a defeated look. Like everyone looked defeated. And I think that was what the I think they did a really good job of portraying that when they're at the support group and Steve Rogers is like, hey,
Yeah.
you got to move forward. As much as that, like everything's terrible, you got to move forward. And then he admits it to Black Widow. He's like, hey, I'm pushing everyone forward, but I'm not going forward at all either. So I thought that was a really good, heartfelt scene between Steve Rogers and Black Widow, Natasha. Of just trying of being this superhero, being the protectors, and trying to put everything back into order when you know that you're kind of at fault as well. Like,
Right.
you had the chance to stop them and you didn't.
Right.
I
mean, yeah, I agree with that. I don't have anything else to say on that, unfortunately.
And then after that, let's see here. A rat was ruffling through the van of
we get Ant-Man.
Scott Lang. Ant-Man comes back.
Through
he goes to
some don't think about it technology.
Right. Doesn't matter. He's back.
Yeah, that was kind of a weird thing. I was like, in my head, I was like, whoever came to pick up the van and move it. First of all, there's a storage space that says Lang on it.
Right.
So the people who moved that van knew that he was Ant-Man, knew what he was getting into, and didn't try to touch any of the buttons in the van.
Or thought that he was dusted. Who knows when that van was moved over the next 5 years?
I guess that's true. They all thought he was gone. His name was on the pillars and the 9/11-esque memorial that they had.
And so the first thing he does is try to find his daughter.
Yeah. Who seems
a lot older. A lot older than 5 years older than what she was.
Yeah. Which
I thought was weird too, but I let it slide.
It's one of those don't think about it moments.
Right.
His daughter seems like 7 or 8 in Ant-Man and Ant-Man versus the Wasp, and then she seems like 16.
Right.
I'm like, maybe even older than that, probably, but don't
Yeah,
think
I wasn't buying that
just
much
keep
either,
moving forward.
but I kind of was like, meh, okay.
And then
Then.
Ant-Man goes to the Avengers
Mhm.
and tries to talk to them about, well, time moves slower in the quantum realm. And then in my head, I'm like, well, then why did the Wasp's mom age regularly?
Yeah,
Like, how did that work?
that's
Do
a
you
great
agree with
question.
this? Like
That's a great
she
question.
aged at regular speed, but 5 years took 5 hours for him, and he's
Now,
like the
maybe,
same age.
because she was in there for what, 20 years? 20, 30 years?
Yeah, but she's like visibly grayed. She looks
Right.
like they made it pretty apparent that she had aged
Then
just as much.
maybe
Don't
Scott
maybe.
also aged 5 years, though it felt like a few hours to him.
Anyways, so he takes that.
I don't know. I don't
He
know.
talks to them.
Maybe.
They try to talk Tony into using this technology to kind of time travel. Tony says
Right.
no.
Time
He
heist.
eventually figures it out. Time heist. Yeah, that's
Yeah. Felt like a Rick and Morty episode right there when he said time heist.
yeah. And then Tony says no. He starts working on it on his own while the Avengers are trying to figure it out on their own. Turn Ant-Man into a baby and an old man,
Which was funny. That was
which
a good
was very
scene.
funny. It was pretty funny.
And then we get Smart Hulk.
Dude, Smart Hulk. Can we talk about
let's talk
Hulk?
about Smart Hulk. That was so
Smart
much
Hulk
fun.
might be my MVP.
It was so much fun.
He's just like,
No, I have my
like,
MVP, but
God,
we'll
he's
get there.
so funny. He's so funny.
Good. And he was like, he talking to the kids, and he's like, "Hey, you guys want to take a picture with that guy? He's Ant-Man." And they're like, "No."
Yeah. They're like, no.
Yeah, Mark Ruffalo did a really good job at playing Hulk.
Yeah. It was
Smart Hulk.
Yeah, definitely more Mark Ruffalo in the Hulk model than
Right.
has been up to this point. How is he just lives his life giant? I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess so. Like,
all right. That's fine. Anyways,
has to get all of his suits tailored and specifically to him. I don't know. I don't know how it works.
But anyways,
yeah.
Tony eventually figures it out, comes back, and they implement it. Take the whole team. They split
the whole team.
Different years, different points in time to get the Infinity Stones. Catch them early. They've all come into contact with an Infinity Stone at some point in time. We got what is it? The Hulk. The Hulk talks to the ancient one.
The ancient one from
which
Doctor
made me
Strange.
so happy because I loved her, Tilda Swinton. In that role.
So good. She's so good in everything she does.
It was good to see her come back and do that again. He gets the time stone from her. What we got? We got Iron Man and Captain America getting the Tesseract.
Right.
And Loki's scepter.
Right. Which, what a great scene that was. Like, being able to use the original Avengers movie and play that out and have Captain America versus Captain America. Because the young Captain America thought it was Loki. He's like, I know.
That might be the funniest line in the movie.
Yeah.
Me and Mallory cracked up pretty hard at that.
That's such a good scene. Really good fighting right there.
Yeah.
And then them getting the Tesseract, kicking it out of the way, and then Loki disappearing with the Tesseract, which might or might not lead to the Loki series, which will be seen on Disney Plus.
Really?
In the near future.
I did not know they were making a Loki series.
They are making a Loki series.
Well, awesome, dude. That's exciting.
Yeah.
But he runs off with the scepter and the Tesseract, I believe, right? and then
Yeah.
time travel back even farther to a point in time where they know that the Tesseract and
Pim particles.
particles are in the same place at the same time. So they go back in time. Tony meets his dad back in the day.
Have a nice little scene with him. That was cute.
Steve Rogers sees Peggy, gets all sappy. But they figured it out to come back in time.
Right.
By
the way, one thing that we did forget to mention, because we're going to get into it, when they were getting everyone together, they went out and got their team. They went out to Norway to get Thor.
Yep.
And when Smart Hulk got there to get Thor, Thor was let himself go.
Fat Thor.
Yeah, Fat Thor. Thor let himself go, and he has, what's his name?
I don't know what
his roommate.
Yep, the New Zealand.
Yeah, which hilarious. Yeah.
Oh yeah, he's being a dickhead. We tell him to stop being a dickhead.
But it was really cool to see like Thor after 5 years of just straight up depression.
Yeah.
Like even the gods have let themselves go, and it was really cool to see that someone as confident as Thor can hit something like that.
Here's what
make it out the other side.
Here's what I thought they would do, just for the record. This is, I know hindsight's 2020, and when you're in a global crisis, like, you're doing what you can. They turned Scott Lang, Ant-Man, into a baby and an old man. I thought for sure they were going to stick Fat Thor into that same machine and make him Skinny Thor again.
Well, they thought about it. There were discussions in the original script was to, by the time that he got back to where they were working on it, he was ripped Thor again.
Yeah.
Because it didn't take much for him to work out and be able to shed all that weight. And Chris Hemsworth was like, no, the way that you look shouldn't be whether is what makes you worthy or not. And so, like, Chris Hemsworth kind of put a nix to that, and he was like, I want to be Fat Thor the whole movie.
All right, that's fine.
So I thought it was very interesting.
Fat Thor he was for the entirety.
And Fat Thor he was, and Fat Thor he will be in our hearts forever.
No.
Yeah, I thought he was great as Fat Thor. He looked like the Big Lebowski.
Yeah, which they reference.
That's right. I forgot about that.
So they get those three. Then we got Nebula goes with what's his name? War Machine. Where did they go? They went to
get the Power Stone.
From the very beginning of the Guardians of the Galaxy movie,
right.
You see that scene with Chris Pratt singing into a lizard and all that stuff. They get there
to see, like, without the headphones on.
Yeah.
And just singing like a maniac. It was so fun. So, like,
it was pretty funny.
Yeah.
I wonder if that was a scene that's like a deleted scene from the original movie, or if they refilmed that.
I don't know.
I think it might be 50-50. I don't know.
It might be a little bit 50-50, yeah.
They get there. War Machine goes back with the stone, but Nebula gets kind of hacked by past Nebula.
Right.
And Thanos, like, their timelines converge, and she's got all that Metal Gear in her face, so it kind of it essentially lets Thanos know what's going on. Right. Which is a real bummer.
Yeah, kind of ruins the mood of the movie.
It really, really, really puts a damper on the whole "we're making it happen" thing. What? And then Thor gets the ether from Jane. No, Rocket gets the ether from Jane.
Which was nice to go back to the worst movie.
Better Thor movies.
Such a terrible movie.
It's the second. I mean, would you put it higher than Thor? Is it higher than Thor on your list?
No.
Really?
Yeah.
I think you should move it up. But that's me. I enjoyed that movie quite a bit.
I hated that movie.
There's going to be some rearranging going on with my list. Once
No,
we
the best part of Thor 2 is in
Mhm.
Endgame. Like the conversation that Fat Thor has with his mother, which was really nice. And
Yeah,
she
very
could tell that he was from the future. And this is one of my favorite like dialogues. He's like, "No, I'm not from the future. I don't know what you're talking about." She's like, "I know my son.
She's
You're
like,
from
I'm
the
a
future. I'm a witch. I can tell." He's like, "Yeah, I'm totally from the future." That
Yeah.
was just fun.
Yeah.
And then he gets his hammer back.
Mhm.
And he realizes that he's still worthy, which was really
Mjolnir,
nice.
right?
Yeah, Mjolnir, Mjolnir,
Mjolnir.
Mjolnir,
Yum yum.
meow 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 meow
Yum
meow
yum.
meow beans.
Mhm. Anyways,
Anyway,
so he gets that, and then Nebula. Yeah, so Thanos finds out what's going on. He pretty much knows when everything's gonna go down.
mhm.
Uh,
And then we got
then lots of fighting begins.
Natasha and Clint
Oh
for the
man,
Soul Stone.
that's such a bummer scene, man.
I know.
We got
And
Hawkeye.
you knew when they were like separating, like, oh no, it's gonna be one of them too.
I knew it was one of them, and I was like, it's gonna be Hawkeye. I was like, I know that he's gonna be. I know that we all should think it's gonna be Natasha, and that we're supposed to know that she doesn't have family and she's supposed to go. And then Hawkeye just like jumps in there, and they fight back and forth about it.
Which is a good scene.
It is a really good scene,
Like a really good fighting scene, and just like you knew that like either one was gonna be heartbreaking.
right.
And
then
I
eventually,
thought like I knew that they were making a Black Widow movie. And
yeah,
so I was like, oh, it has to be
Hawkeye's dead.
it has to be Hawkeye.
Yeah,
And nope, they threw us for a loop, and
that's why it's called
Natasha,
prequel.
yeah. Natasha sacrifices herself for the Soul Stone.
The Soul Stone.
So they all converge back.
Yeah.
And they're all like, we got all the stones, yay. And then they realize that Natasha's not there.
Mhm.
Everyone gets really upset.
Mhm.
A really good scene of them in the on the deck, like right next to the pond. You see all the 5 stages of grief acted out by each one of them.
Mm.
Like Angry Hulk throws the bench, that's anger. Or Smart Hulk throws the bench, which is anger. Someone starts to try to like bargain, says a line about bargaining, and then Steve Rogers with acceptance is like, does she have any family? And so
I didn't realize that. That's cool.
Yeah.
Little pair.
yeah, it was really nice. And then they make the gauntlet. Thor's all ready to do the snap,
Yeah.
ready to go, and they pull him back and say, nope, not you. Smart Hulk takes it, does the
'Cause it
snap.
justifies it via it being gamma radiation, so he'll be fine.
Right. Right.
Just that big boy snap after getting
Right.
his arm barbecued.
And no one's really sure if it worked or not.
Yeah.
And
Then
we
you look
go-
outside and things hit the wall.
Right. And then while that's happening, Nebula uses one of the pin particles to get past Thanos back into the present.
We should rewind. So
Yeah. What'd I miss?
they captured New Nebula.
Right.
They captured New Nebula when she was on the
Thanos
planet.
captured New Nebula. Yeah.
And old Nebula took her little brain thing out and switched it out so she looked like New Nebula. Went back to the present time and messed up the whole time traveler machine.
Right.
Clarify that because
Yeah. So Thanos comes into the present and then rains hellfire on the entire building. Everyone gets separated. Right as they were about to find out whether the snap worked or not. And then Nebula,
I was like, Thanos shows up and starts blowing the building to smithereens.
Right. Nebula meets up with Thanos again and says, I'm going to go find the gauntlet, find the stones. So she goes searching for the stones. And then we have the most epic fight scene of the entire MCU, in my opinion.
Yeah, no, and it's a good one. Like constantly around from a million different people.
Right. Our three heroes, Iron Man, Hulk, or Iron Man, Thor, and Captain America, go up against Thanos.
Who is just sitting there waiting.
Just sitting, waiting for him.
Like a hard butt.
And Iron Man gets pretty disposed of pretty quickly. Like Thanos does not mess around and knocks him out. And it looks like Thanos has just completely decimated all three of them. And then you see Mjolnir, the hammer, start moving. You think it's going to go into Thor's hands.
Yeah.
And it knocks Thanos off, shoots back, goes right into Steve Rogers' hands with his shield holding.
Yeah.
And Thor yells, I knew it.
That's such a cool scene.
What a cool scene.
Yeah.
Steve Rogers is worthy.
Roger like tourniquets his arm with the shield, like broken. Ugh. Yeah, that was pretty neat. That was pretty darn cool.
And so he does a few cool moves with the shield and the hammer, and it looks like he's really taking it, really putting a whipping on Thanos.
Yeah.
And then he gets knocked out, and all of Thanos's like space dogs come down, and
alien
folk, and you think it's done, and you think that Steve Rogers is going to just get decimated by all of them, and all of a sudden you hear a little bit of thing in his ear. Says, "Hey, Captain, you there? On your left." And it was Sam Wilson, who was dusted.
He's back.
He's back.
Everybody back.
Everybody back. Doctor Strange's little circle things.
Yeah.
Pops up. Out comes Black Panther. Out comes everyone. And it's army versus army. And this is the chill scene. Like, like if you don't get chills watching this part of everyone that was dusted coming back.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, you're ridiculous, but they all fight. They try to get the stones back to Scott Lang's van for some reason. I was even like trying to figure that out. And then
power of it to power the thing.
Oh yeah, that's right.
But they eventually, I mean, like, to kind of fast forward through this, because I feel like we're dragging a little bit.
Ridiculous.
Lots of fighting occurs. Everybody is there. Every single one of them. They eventually get the van, but they get the glove on Iron Man at the very end. They finally get it to him. Pops that little snapper.
He says, I am Iron Man. Tony Stark snaps his fingers.
Right after Thanos says, I am inevitable, which is such a badass line.
It is.
Such a badass line. And Tony says, I am Iron Man. Snaps his fingers. Barbecues his arm and half of his face.
Yeah, pretty much his whole face.
And
all the bad guys just dust.
I feel like that scene, I don't know. I felt like the snap in the first scene was it's so anticlimactic. I wish, I don't know, maybe it was perfect because you kind of see Thanos look around at just his whole army just disappearing.
And realize he lost.
He gets the chance to see everybody else go before he goes. He just kind of like kneels and goes. I almost love that there wasn't any dialogue there. He just goes, huh, like just like a sigh of loss, and then just which was
Yeah.
I thought that was a cool scene.
It was really cool. During that whole fight scene, a few things that I thought was really cool.
Yeah.
There was a time where Hawkeye had the gauntlet.
Yeah.
If you remember in Civil War, one of the best movies of the MCU.
I vaguely remember Civil War.
Yeah, of course you do. During the middle of that fight scene in Civil War, Clint looks at Black Panther and says, "Hey, we haven't met yet. My name's Clint." And T'Challa says, "I don't care." And fast forward to this one, the first thing that when Clint has the gauntlet, you hear T'Challa say, "Clint, pass it to me. I'll take it." So, like, that was a nice little callback that T'Challa knew Clint's name because he introduced himself in the middle of a huge fight scene. And it brought a tear to my eye.
I don't even remember that.
Isn't
Is
that
that
so
in Black
beautiful?
Panther? No, that was in Civil War. That's right.
So I just said Civil War.
It's such a forgettable movie. Anyway.
And then you had the one where all the female superheroes like had pretty much ran through a gauntlet together, which was really cool.
Yeah, that was neat to see.
And so Tony Stark does the snap and he's about to go. And Spider-Man goes over to him and he's about to cry. Pepper Potts lets him know that he can finally rest.
Yeah, that was such a sad scene, man. Nothing. Ah, man. I'll tell you what. Like, nothing. I don't know what it is. Something about like kids and their dads, like gets me. Like guys and their dads. I don't know if it's just because I'm a dude, but
Right.
when Spider-Man came back and he was like, "Mr. Stark," and like there was that interaction before he passed away, I was really crying, like real tears. Like, God, like it just hit me like,
Yeah.
whoo, it gets too real.
Right.
That's what happened. And then Pepper Potts tells him to go, man, and it's just she's trying to keep such a like calm face on and like asking Friday, and she's like, "It's gonna be okay, we're gonna make it out of this." Dude, it hit me weird. It hit me.
It was hard. It was tough.
Yeah, man. It was a tearjerker for sure.
Yeah.
And then then there's the funeral.
Yeah, there's the funeral. Do you see that weird kid in the back that you were like, who is that?
This kid?
Do you not know who the kid is?
I do not know who the kid is.
The kid is the kid from Iron Man 3.
Oh,
That's right.
We were both looking at this kid like,
Who is he?
Who is this child?
Yeah, he's the kid from Iron Man 3 that helped save the day and was all snarky and stuff.
Oh, that's so sad that he was there.
Yeah, I know. And then we see everyone there. Everyone's there.
Dude, everybody.
Everyone's
Literally
there.
It kind of like it almost went like, I don't know if this is true or not, but it kind of went like the series of films backwards, because I feel like Thor and Hulk were towards the back. Like Hulk was towards the very back, and then it was just Nick Fury at the top of the stairs.
Mm-hmm.
But I thought that was a really cool scene, and they put that little the proof that Tony Stark has a heart emblem on the. Man, it was so sad. It's so sad.
And he tells this kid, "I love you 3000," which she would say to him all the time.
Oh my God. I love you 3000. Another one of those just make you cry moments. I was like, and I just bawled.
And he made a video before any of the like time travel stuff happened,
right?
Knowing that like there's a really good chance that he wouldn't make it. Like it's just all of it. Like through 22 movies so far, Tony Stark has had like such a huge impact on this entire world that like has been built around that first Iron Man movie. and it's just incredible. And I think that Robert Downey Jr. did such a good job at it. I think that just if this is it, this was a way to go.
Yeah, this was. I don't think that there's anything else that could have been done with this movie that would have ended it better.
Right.
I was a really big fan of this movie. I just like Doctor Strange and Captain America just a little bit more as like their own movie.
Yeah,
because I do kind of lump this in. Like you can't watch just Endgame.
Right.
You kind of have to have seen Infinity War. And for that's kind of why it's on its own. I feel like Thor Ragnarok, Doctor Strange, and the first Captain America movie, you can watch them going in not knowing anything. And especially Doctor Strange and Captain America, like they're the first movie. So the origin movie's gonna set it up, but Ragnarok just like it sets itself up as a comedy, and you don't really have to know all the characters. It kind of introduces a whole bunch of new ones. But this is a good one, man. This is a really good. I don't think it's gonna go any lower than 4. Like I think it's gonna stay there. I enjoyed significantly more than I enjoyed Infinity War. Yeah, I was gonna put them together and like kind of like let it stand as one movie, but they are 2 separate movies. So I'm gonna keep Infinity War probably about where it's at.
Okay.
But yeah, this is a really good movie, man. Really good.
Yeah,
really.
And then we see, but let's finish it up just to put the end to it. Smart Hulk and Sam Wilson and
right. I totally forgot.
Bunky. Yeah, he not Bunky.
Bucky.
Yeah, Bucky. Bucky Barnes. Get Captain America all the Infinity Stones, and they have him time travel with the Pym particles to put all the stones exactly back where they were from where they found them. And then they're ready to get him back, and he doesn't come back.
Yeah.
And then Bucky sees an old guy sitting on a bench.
For the record, when I saw the back of this person, I know that Stan Lee had filmed his cameo for this movie. And if I had not already seen Stan Lee in this movie, I thought he was going to be playing old Steve Rogers.
Oh.
I was almost confident he was going to turn around and it was going to be Stan Lee. Like playing Steve, just an old Steve Rogers.
Dang.
That would have been a really, 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 really cool cameo.
That would have been really cool.
But it was. It's all good, though.
Yeah.
It's all good.
And so Steve Rogers is all old and stuff. Went back and got his dance with his girl.
Which was so nice. Now she doesn't get married where the other dude was, but we didn't like him anyway.
Right,
so
right, exactly.
We don't feel bad for that guy.
Not at all. And so that's it. Like he gives the shield to Sam Wilson and says, "You're the new Captain America. Go Captain America."
Yeah, that was a cool scene too.
Yeah.
Are there comics where Sam Wilson is Captain America?
Yeah.
Really?
Sure are. And I think Bucky Barnes was Captain America for a little bit too.
Okay, so it's like a title, kind of.
Right.
You could pass it on. That's cool.
Yeah. Cool. So that's it. That's the that was Endgame.
Dun, 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 dun.
Such a 3-hour movie, but like there wasn't a filler scene.
Movie like it.
Right. It did not feel like a 3-hour movie, and it every scene was needed.
Yeah, I agree. Sorry, my butt hurts, so I stood up.
That's all right. No, I get it. Take care of your butt.
Take care of my butt. Yeah.
That's America's.
That's America's butt right there. Yeah, I really dug this movie, man. It was so good.
Yeah.
I don't have anything else to say about it, man. Like,
me either.
Negative to say about it. I think it is a perfect ending.
Right.
To this,
and I think that all 21 movies leading up to this is it wrapped everything up so well.
Hmm.
And the only things that are still left to wrap up, we'll see that next week.
Yeah. Little Spider-Man.
Far From Home.
That'll be fun.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
Yeah.
I'll enjoy it. I know that.
Yeah.
I really like that movie. So
I'm excited to watch it. I like the Homecoming quite a bit.
yeah, Homecoming was really good. I like this one as well. We get some Jake Gyllenhaal.
Oh, do we?
Yeah.
Do we now? All right.
Yeah, Jake Gyllenhaal shows up.
What do we got this week? We got a little trivia.
Oh yeah, forgot about the trivia. Are you
Queued
ready?
up?
Are you
cook
ready?
it up?
We're gonna cook up some. Yeah, I'm not sick of that yet.
No, it's good.
I like it.
I hated it for a while, and now I like it.
All right, so
Yeah,
this one's
trivia.
going to be a little bit different. I have two specific questions.
Okay.
And then we're going to do a 50-50 question on the next three. So here we go. Question 1.
Hmm.
In Endgame, Tony Stark makes a Beetle reference towards someone. Who does he make that Beetle reference to? Thor, Captain Marvel, Rocket Raccoon, or Nebula?
In my head, I think it's something to do with Captain Marvel's haircut.
Okay.
Is that correct? I don't know. I know Rocket said something about her haircut. Tony Stark made a Beetle reference. I don't think it's Thor. I know he made the Big Lebowski reference towards Thor. I'm gonna go with. He spends quite a bit of time with. I'm gonna say Nebula. Final answer.
That is correct. It is Nebula.
Is it in the rocket ship in the very beginning?
It is in the rocket ship at the very beginning. He calls her the Blue Meanie,
That's
which is
it.
the villain in the Yellow Submarine movie.
Yeah.
So there you go. Way to go.
Scene.
I thought I'd trip you up on that one.
Football with
Yeah, that was fun.
that was hilarious.
She finally wins something.
He's like, good job. And she's like,
It's like,
I'd like to play again.
all right, question 2.
Too.
The Avengers find Thanos on planet O259S. What is the significance of O259S have to Marvel Comics? Is that the first issue that Thanos was ever in?
Okay.
Is it the issue with Thanos snapping his fingers?
Okay.
Is it when Thanos dies in the Marvel Comics? Or is
Okay.
there no significance at all?
Why would you even put in no significance if it wasn't the answer, right? Right? It's got to be. Or I'm a crazy person. Oh my goodness. Fun fact. I just figured out how to make this chat full screen.
Oh, look at that.
Just now. Just figured it out. Very excited about that. How
do you do that? I don't know how to do that.
There, it's in the little corner. Sorry, everybody. At the bottom corner of the window right there, there's a little expand button. At least on my side.
Oh, that's nice.
I'm gonna go like this, just a straight parallel. When Thanos dies, final.
When Thanos dies, final answer.
This is the planet he dies on, right? Yeah, it's gotta be it.
Incorrect. There's no significance to that at all.
Figured you might have done some stupid crap like that. You're just rude.
Sorry,
just a rude person.
I'm sorry, kind of. All right, so
50-50 question.
I'm gonna name 3 minor characters. I want you to tell me if they were dusted during the snap or if they were not dusted during the snap.
Okay.
All right.
Are we doing these individually?
Individually.
Okay.
The first one, Betty Ross, Hulk's significant other, played by Liv Tyler in the Incredible Hulk movie. Betty Ross.
Yeah.
That is correct. She was dusted.
I was taking a guess. I was like, I don't know.
Happy Hogan.
Happy Hogan. Who's Happy Hogan?
Tony Stark's best friend, driver.
Oh,
Happy.
No. I don't think
Was he
so.
dusted?
Well, I'm going to say yes, only because we don't see him at the cabin at any point in time during those scenes. So I'm going to say yes.
Incorrect. He was not dusted.
Okay, they just
Did
didn't
not
want
get
to
dusted.
have him around. Okay.
And question 3.
Okay.
Person 3.
This is for the win, by the way.
Yeah, this is for the win. You're 2 for 2 right now.
Okay.
May Parker.
May
Aunt
Park.
May.
Do we have any way of knowing this, by the way? Was this referenced at some
This
point?
was confirmed by the director of Infinity War and Endgame.
So all of this is just...
Yeah, you have no idea. This is
Gotcha.
complete speculation.
Let's go 50-50 shot. It's a 50-50 shot. Hang on.
It's a 50-50 shot.
All right. Head she dies, tail she or head she lives, tail she dies. She lives.
Incorrect.
Dang it.
She was dusted. Could you imagine like being Aunt May? Like at this point, she after we saw at the end of Spider-Man Homecoming, she knows that he is Spider-Man now. So all of a sudden, she knows that he's Spider-Man, and they both dust away. She dusts away. 5 years later, she comes back, and she can't find him anywhere either. And lo and behold, while she's frantically looking for him, he's playing keep away with the Infinity Gauntlet.
That's messed up.
It is. But yeah, 2 for 5. Very close. Better luck next time.
I think this is I think 2 out of 5 is the percentage I've gotten the most.
Yeah, I think that's your average. So yeah, I have next week where I'm doing the questions, and then I don't know who's going to be doing the questions for Harry Potter, but I'm not going to. I can't. I've never seen them. I've seen 1 or 2, but I have not seen these, and I would not be the one to be asking the questions. I'll say that.
All right. So what you're saying is I got to start making questions.
I think so. Either you or one of our lovely guest speakers that we'll be having on.
Yeah, that'll be interesting. We might have our
first
couple guests on here. We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, man.
So
that's exciting.
With that said,
I gotta pull the thing up right quick. Give me a moment.
Blah, 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 no, you're good.
Blah. Thanks for being along for this ride, y'all. Make sure that you watch Spider-Man Far From Home, because next week is our last week.
Last one
of the Marvel MCU midweek marathon. And it's gonna be so good. It's gonna be so
23 straight weeks.
I know. It's so crazy. All right, you ready?
Born ready.
All right, let's do it. Let's do the outro. Right. It's gonna be so loud. It's always so loud. All right, thanks everybody for watching Spoil Rotten Movies. Your favorite game show extravaganza. I'm Zane. That guy over there is Travis. We do this every single Tuesday night at 7 o'clock, usually till about 8 o'clock, like it is right now. Follow us on Instagram and Twitter. Twitter is rotten_BOIS. Instagram is Spoil Rotten Movies. You can find our podcast on Spotify, Overcast, iTunes, wherever you get your podcast. And we appreciate y'all. We promise to do better next time. And for the second and last time, I'm gonna do freeze frame for you. I love you so much.
Love you 3000.
This has been Spoiled Rotten Movies.
This has been Spoiled Rotten Movies, y'all. Freeze frame.
Love you 3000.